It's the Tea with Charles podcast, where everyone is a celebrity.
Hey everyone, it's another episode of the Tea with Charles podcast. This week, we speak with Dyon Top, who is not only a talented vocalist, she performs as a drag king throughout Oklahoma City. We're going to talk about music, we're going to talk about ladies, and we're going to talk about where lesbians can meet here in the Oklahoma City area. After we talk with Dyon, I'm bringing on Alex Carmina, who came all the way from South America to get his piece of the American dream. It's a fun episode, so let's get into it.
Pour yourself some tea, and let's dive into these hot topics.
Hello, Tea with Charles listeners. I am here with the debonair, the very talented Dyon Top.
Hi, Charles. Thanks for having me, man. This is great. So glad to be here.
Thank you for coming to my podcast. I know you have been all over the country just this past week.
Listen, I like to drive, right? And 16 hours doesn't mean squat to me. If I can get on the freeway and go, I'm a happy camper. I drove past the St. Louis Arch. I ended up in Memphis, Tennessee, Washington, D.C.
So you went all over. What did you see when you went to Memphis?
Memphis. I ended up in Memphis. I didn't even know I was going into Memphis. I was driving across the border, and you go over this river, and there's a bridge, and off to the left is this giant pyramid. And one of my favorite things is ancient Egypt. So I'm driving by this giant pyramid, and signs are saying Memphis, Tennessee. I said, man, I got to stop in Memphis. I don't do nothing but go to the bathroom. I'm going to do something in Memphis, right? So I'm driving by this pyramid, and I see it's actually the largest pro bass shop in the United States, right? I found that out just this morning.
Like bass like the fish.
Pro bass shop, the fishing equipment. It's the largest, and it's this giant pyramid. Apparently, it used to be the Coliseum there where they did giant events. And now it's a pro bass shop. So yeah, I drove past there, and I was totally disrespected because there was no Egypt reference.
There's no King Tut's tomb.
Nothing there, man. And I was just like,
just a bunch of lures.
And I said, all right. So I'm getting off the freeway. I said, all right, let me find a little gas station. And I take a leak, and I say, where's the nearest gay bar in downtown Memphis, Tennessee? Gay bar, Memphis, Tennessee, because that's where I'm going to go. You know what I mean? Be around my people for sure, right? So the first 4 bars that popped up weren't going to be open for another half an hour. Now, mind you, I'm on the road to D.C. I've got to pick up my mama from the airport at noon the next morning.
In Washington, D.C.?
In Washington, I'm in Memphis.
So you still had a few miles to go?
I still had a couple miles, just a couple. And I look up Drew's. It's the only one that's open. And sure enough, they're doing karaoke. How can I say no to that?
Well, Dyon Top, I know you like to sing.
I do love to sing.
You got there, and what did you sing in Memphis?
I mean, I've been singing it for years, which is ironic because I've been saying I love to sing it, and because I love to sing it, I sing it so often, and I've been getting tired of it. But I ended up in downtown Memphis, Tennessee to sing the one and only Tennessee Whiskey. I used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're a sweet strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. So I breezed through Drew's and dropped that on him.
You're like, boom.
And I literally peel off. I said, I got to go pick up my mama in D.C. And I get in my car. But yeah, I grew up in church, so I love to sing. I grew up listening to gospel primarily until I was about 13. And then the only thing my father let me dabble in was a little bit of country.
Oh, so was it the kind of household where secular music
was not allowed?
Not allowed.
It was not allowed. Like I said, even when I did get to buy a secular record, it was Dixie Chicks. I was in maybe the third or fourth grade. So it was about 94-ish. And Boys to Men were really popular right then. And I'll Make Love to You was really popular on the radio. And they've been playing it on the bus all week. And me and my friends and my brother walk up the road singing, I'll make love to you like you want me to. And little did I know, my father's in the front yard mowing the grass, and he hears his fourth and fifth graders singing, I'll make love to you. Military Christian man is not having it. So yeah, it was, I did. I listened to a lot of gospel, and I learned to sing and do that there.
Having grown up in this region of the country, you know, it's not unheard of to have your parents frown on secular music and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work usually.
It does not. Because by the time I was 19, I was listening to Eminem, and it was rap.
Well, you're still living at home. How did you sneak it in?
Listen, because back then it was CDs, right? Remember you had the Walkman with the cord, and it could never go in your pocket. Remember the Walkman would never fit in your pocket. I'm showing my age now. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it was mostly CDs, or my friends would give me cassette tapes. They would record the CDs from cassettes because cassettes were easier for me to hide from my dad. So yeah.
As a singer now, who are your influences?
Oh gosh, I'm still pretty old school. A lot of the stuff on the radio today, I can't. My influences are definitely, again, I grew up on gospel, so John P. Key, Fred Hammond. As far as my R&B influences, I love Brian McKnight. I love Boys to Men. The Ushers are gonna get me into my performance mode. I enjoy Labyrinth. That guy's really good. I enjoy a couple of his tracks.
Labyrinth.
He sings the song Jealous. There was a couple of ones he did. I really just like a little bit of everything. If especially if the lyrics say something to me, I can get with it. If I feel like dancing, I'll go to some Usher, some Neo. But I enjoy singers.
Put it out on the universe. The Dyon Top recording contract comes in.
Oh gosh.
And you get your pick of producers and songwriters to work with.
Oh, Neo's writing for me for sure.
Oh, okay.
Neo's writing for me for sure. That guy's incredible. Pharrell on my beats for sure. Pharrell Timberland style on the beats. And then again, just something smooth on top. Like I love to perform. I love to dance and be da. But then I will grab a mic and drop your panties.
What about a dream collaboration? Like you and making a duet, or who would you have rap on the Dyon Top track? Like you doing the singing, and you bring
Oh well, M's rapping.
Eminem.
Eminem is rapping for sure. One of my favorite Eminem songs is the one he wrote for his daughter Haley's song, where he actually tries to sing in it, and it's so horribly sweet and horribly hard to listen to because he can't sing. But M does have that softer side. He doesn't show it often, but I believe he could pull off something where I could sing a little soft and he could rap something in the background for me. What's the other one? Stan is another kind of slower,
right,
with a ballad in the background type song.
I mean, he made the vocab word. Because of that song, everybody started saying the Stan word.
Yeah.
I have to say, well, we're probably coming from a similar generation. I would have to say I've always been a little conflicted about old M, just because, being an LGBT.
Yeah, I know.
There was the Grammys that M did Stan with Elton John.
Yes.
And I'm like, I remember at the time I was like, Queen.
Yeah.
No, he don't
like you. But for me, that was actually the changing moment with M. When Elton was like, all right, I see what you're doing. If Elton can be on stage with him, why can't I bump him in my radio?
The feature that just came in my mind, Eminem would be great. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see you with Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh my God.
Dyon and Megan feature.
I had a love-hate relationship with Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, really?
I did. My ex-wife was absolutely in love with her, and I didn't get it for the longest time. Because like I said, one of the things, I grew up on gospel, so that ratchetness is just kind of hard for me. It really is that ratchetness of it all. Is just, I don't want to hear ass clapping and dollars shaking. Like, I want to hear some substance. And my ex-wife was in love with her, and we ended up in Chicago for Lollapalooza one summer. And we didn't know that Lollapalooza was there. So we're driving by and she's like, what's that? I said, I don't know. I've never been to Chicago. She's looking and she says, oh my God, Megan Thee Stallion's going to be here. She gets tickets and we end up at the Megan Thee Stallion concert. And I tell you what, that's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch.
She's a bad bitch.
Yeah. And I had to say, okay, I see what you did there, Megan. I see what, because we got up on set and this bitch is dancing and rapping live vote. You can hear her breathing. She is doing this for 30, 40 minutes in downtown Chicago. Like, bravo. And then we got home and I ended up watching her on, what was the name of that show? Legendary,
where she's judging.
The judging. And I got to see who she was and how she supported us and how creative she was. And I was like, all right, Meg, you all right. Yeah, all right, Meg. So I wouldn't mind working with Megan, no doubt.
All right, so Eminem or Megan Thee Stallion someday, hopefully,
I'm out here. Put it in the universe.
put it in the universe. We're gonna come right back with Dyon Top in just a second.
All right.
I like this show right here, Charles. Tea with Charles. I like it.
Here we are talking with Dyon Top here at the Tea with Charles podcast. I know you perform as a singer. You just sang for us, but another reason I wanted to have you here is you said male impersonation. You work as a drag king.
A drag king. Yes.
Just about everybody knows drag queen. For the uninitiated, what's a drag king?
A drag king is an individual who lives life as a female and presents the illusion of male on stage. So what I do is I change my body because like I said, I live as female. So I have breasts and I don't have any facial hair. So I bind my chest to create a flat chest. And then I create the illusion of hair on my face. And I present as Dyon Top of the beach, Dyon Top of the streets, and Dyon Top of you if you want to.
Hey, Dyon Top, come and get it. So in your daily life, do you go as Dyon as well, or?
I do go as Dyon, or just D. Yeah.
Okay, so when you make the transformation, when you are presenting in the masculine element, how is Dyon different than
everyday D?
How is Dyon in drag different than everyday D?
Oh gosh, that guy is beyond confident. Dyon Top will talk to any female, any kind of. He's always gonna come at you respectfully, but he gonna say some shit to you. He gonna make you blush. He gonna make you squirm a little bit. Dyon Top is a very charismatic and he's a lover. He loves the ladies, baby. Come get you some of this chocolate. So as far as interacting with women, Dyon Top is a lot more forward as to what he wants when he likes what he sees.
Because there's a special power in drag, I guess.
Mm-hmm. There really is.
Because I know at least when men do dress as drag queens, gay men, especially effeminate gay men, they're mocked and harassed in your normal life for showing any feminine qualities. And so when you make that transformation into a drag queen, it's kind of like a fuck you. Yeah. You don't like me doing femme? I'm going to go
all the way. Yeah. With the eyebrows and the hair and the nails and the shining. I love that. Was one of my favorite parts when I first started doing drag was for a drag king. It's relatively easy to change my face. I already present pretty masculine. It's relatively easy to present my face and working with the drag queens. I knew how much work it was because I would always give them their space first. And let them do, because they've got the hair and the beard and the whole thing. They've got it completely. And that was one of my favorite things. I would just sit in the dressing room and just watch them for 2 hours and they would completely transform. And then there was a switch, right? There was a switch in their brain where it was just, hey girl, And I fell in love with it back in 2005. I've been doing drag.
So do you have that switch too?
Absolutely.
How long does it take to transform into Dyon the drag star?
Dyon drag star. If I'm putting hella effort in, give me 45 minutes. If I'm putting hella effort in, if you're getting pageant face,
okay,
give me 45 minutes. If I gotta throw something together, I can get it done in 12.
Like gay men anyway, they love bonding over campy movies and divas and, you know, who they like best. When drag kings bond together, like how do you rap or not rap, but I mean like how do you, what do you discuss?
We love shoes.
Shoes.
Drag kings love shoes and suits. You start talking about suits and shoes, man, what? 3-piece, quarter-length jacket, tails. I'm getting excited right now. Colors, cuts. Mm-hmm. We love suits and shoes.
Suits and shoes. Mm-hmm. So I hand you a $10,000 check right now.
Oh my God. I'm getting like 8 pairs of Stacey Adams. I'm going to the Steve Harvey suit show. It says Steve Harvey suit store. That's one of my dreams, is to own a Steve Harvey suit.
Okay. How about, you know, something kind of sequiny kind of thing, like a Ross Matthews kind of thing?
See, I'm more of a pinstripe kind of guy than I am a sequence dude. I really, and I think that's unfortunately, one of my downfalls as a drag entertainer is I'm way more of a classic looking entertainer than a glitzy. I don't mind a little shine. I don't mind a little sparkle, but like the sequence jacket, suit jacket, you'll never catch me in one of them. I'm more classic. I'm gonna put some sparkle in there, but I'm not like, you're gonna remember what I give you on stage, how I make you feel, what I make you see, right, than what I have on. I'm gonna be clean. I'm gonna be fresh to death. Yeah. But it's not going to be drag queen-esque with the sparkles and the loudness of it all.
You don't need all that. You go up there and knock them dead with that voice.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to leave you with a feeling, with a memory.
Where Dyon Top is dressing down, like
dressing down. I'm at the crib. Yeah, just give me some sweatpants, like nice little beater, maybe a cut off t-shirt, flip flops. I'm good. When you catch me out on a regular night, shooting pool. I love to shoot pool. So, you know, nice pair of sneakers. I love Chuck Taylors. Chuck Taylor's my favorite sneaker.
Okay.
Classic Chuck with the white rubber toe. That big, ugly. My mama used to be like, why do you like that ugly rubber toe?
You like to cook?
I love to cook.
All right. So when you want to make sure that your woman is sassified, when she comes home and she just gives you a big old kiss, what do you cook for her?
Oh, we're going with chicken parm.
Chicken parmesan?
Chicken parmesan with the red marinara and the mozzarella. Nice asparagus on the side, maybe a red wine.
Okay, are you a big like spices person? What kind of spices in there?
A lot of times I'm just big on letting the food do what it's gonna do, because I love to barbecue. That's one of my other favorite things to do is barbecue. So when I barbecue, especially, I try to just let the smoke give the little bit of salt and pepper, maybe some garlic salts. When it comes to like my fishes, I love salmon and tilapia. Those are gonna have like your lemon pepper, you could do a teriyaki with the salmon is good as well. Fried chicken. I'm Southern, so there's
fried chicken. You got the hot sauce in your bag?
Hot sauce in my bag. I got the hot sauce for you. Oh. I'm a honey kind of guy. I like honey on my chicken. I'm a buffalo flavor. I don't like hot sauce. I like buffalo. I'm gonna let you know now, I have the palate of a 9-year-old boy. I'm like super duper picky about what I eat. But yeah, when I do cook, it's gonna be geared more towards Southern style food. I make a kick your mama in the mouth baked mac and cheese with 5 different cheeses and cream sauce base. You bake that off and it's got that nice that cheese crust on the top. When you cut it, it holds up like a cake. Yeah, baby.
So you got the chicken parm, you got all this wonderful food for when you're eating in. Mm-hmm. When you take your lady out, where's she going? Where's fine dining with Dyon?
Well, I'm new to the area, so you got to tell me, man.
All right.
Yeah, fine dining. Where can I get? I love seafood.
I don't know if it's fine dining, but I will tell you, my favorite restaurant in Oklahoma City is Guyudi's.
And what is that?
On Chartel. And it is this crazy ass restaurant where the owners are really into the stoner band Fish.
Okay.
And they have all these weird food creations.
Oh boy. So it's just weird. There's no genre. It's just whatever they create.
They have all kind of crazy wraps. Like my favorite is this, I guess it's the chimichurri steak wrap. I think it's called chimichurri. And if your lady don't like the meat, maybe she's on the vegetarian trip,
Oh yeah.
you could get the piece of the Middle East wrap.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's pizzas, there's all kinds of stuff. And it's got this kind of, not dive bar, but funky bar atmosphere.
Right on.
And it's my favorite food I've eaten here in Oklahoma.
I'll have to go check them out. Tell me the name again.
Guyudes.
You guys gonna go check them out? You should check them out too. Yeah. So I met you at Angles, and I've heard that Angles and Alibis are two of the top lesbian bars. Where can I go to meet the girls? Where do I go to meet the ladies? Like I know, because I know like the Strip is pretty hot, but like which bars are good for the ladies?
Besides Alibis and Angles, there's always Frankie's, which is lesbian owned.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They are lesbian.
They were just having recently, A League of Their Own is doing a reboot series. And they had this big event with like these free margaritas. And I'm like, I'm going to Frankie. I mean, just the words free margaritas. How fast?
Yeah, how do you not go immediately?
Personally, I feel like that's one of the hubs of the lesbian community here.
Cool.
I also think there's a lot of lesbian, another hub for the ladies is Norman, just the city itself, because it's down south of OKC.
I was there when I first got here in June. They did a Norman Idol. Yeah, I did that for their first competition. Yeah, and drove out there. So that area is.
So Norman, Oklahoma, well, since it's a university town, it leans a little more liberal. And I know, several lesbians that have lived in the Norman area. So I figured, they must have moved there because they knew someone else was there. So it's like, they're not just going to like pick up
flocking that way. Yeah, for sure.
I am thrilled that you took the time after driving all the way around the country.
Yeah, literally.
Sang it in Memphis, going in DC, buying a new car in Michigan.
All the way back to OKC, middle of the freaking country, dude.
OKC.
I love it.
It's a nice place to be.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
But you did promise me one more song.
I did, didn't I?
So I want to, you said Jealous or
Jealous?
Or is there another song you want to?
We can go with Jealous. I've been hearing it in my head since now. Unless there's something, is there something you want me to sing? How about that? We're going to kamikaze it right now.
Here we are, Tea with Charles podcast, and I'm bringing you Dyon Top with Jealous.
Jealous of the rain that falls upon your skin. It's closer than my hands have been. Oh, I'm jealous of the rain. I'm jealous of the wind that ripples through your clothes. It's closer than your shadow. Oh, I'm jealous of the wind. 'Cause I wish you the best of all this world could give. And I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive. But I always thought you'd come back. Tell me all you found was heartbreak and misery. It's hard for me to say, but I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me.
Thank you very much. That was Dyon Top with Jealous. So Dyon, thank you for taking the time to come meet with me today. It's been a pleasure talking about this and that with you. All of my listeners are going to want to check you out. What are some upcoming events that they can meet Dyon Top?
Absolutely. I'm at Frankie's on the third Tuesdays of the month. They do an open talent night there at Frankie's. I try to make that. I'm there quite often. Also, you can catch me at the Ice House Poetry Center That's in Oklahoma City. We'll drop that address here in a minute. But I also write poetry, so I do spoken word poetry as well. So you catch me there at the Ice House. That's going to be on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, I'll be there.
Okay, so for people who want to hear Dyon Top sing, it's going to be at Frankie's 3200 North May Avenue here in Oklahoma City. And you will be showing up the next day at the Ice House to do a poetry reading.
Absolutely.
Which is at 1148 Northeast 36th Street.
Yep, we normally start those readings at about 8 o'clock.
I would say if you want to catch some Dyon Top, get in now because I bet she's going to be a busy performer.
Busy. Give me while you can, eh?
Well, thank you, Dyon. Where can everybody follow you online?
I'm on Facebook right now. Dyon Top, DYONTOP. That's DYON space TOP. Make sure you get the Oklahoma City Dyon Top, not my old Michigan. Like I said, I'm a little bit of a globetrotter, so don't friend the Michigan one. Get me on the Oklahoma City page. That's DYONTOP on Facebook. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Dyon, and best of luck to you. I'm going to be taking calls from Neo and Eminem. I hope big things are coming for you. I know they are.
Thanks so much.
When you have time again, just come and have some tea with Charles.
I would love to. Thanks so much, Charles, for having me. This has been a great experience.
Thank you, Dyon.
All right.
After chatting with Dyon, I took a trip to Yukon, Oklahoma to speak with Alex Carmina of Razor Kings, and he told me all about how he came from South America to get his piece of the American dream.
And now for some news that's truly important.
All right, we are sitting here at the Razor Kings barbershop with stylist to the stars, Alex Carmona. How you doing, Alex?
Doing good. How are you?
Great. Introduce yourself real quick.
Well, my name is Alex Carmona, AC Barber. I've been working here in Razor Kings for about 2 months, but I've been in the business for about 7 years. I've been doing this for a while, and then it's what I've been doing. I enjoyed it. I'm here in Yukon.
So we are here in a Razor Kings barbershop, 813 South Mustang Road, Yukon, Oklahoma.
Yes, that's what it is.
That's where it is. Alex, what are your specialties in hairstyling?
Well, my specialties are in fades, also a straight razor. So I do a lot of straight razor and cuts and shaves and anything that is needed.
Yeah, so straight razor, fades, any kind of cuts. Me and Alex, or as he's known, AC Barber.
AC Barber, yeah.
just gave me a fashion mullet. So I'm ready to take on Oklahoma City now that I got the stylish fashion mullet going on. How would you describe the haircut you just gave me?
It's amazing. It looks really good on you. Yeah, and the mullet is not for everybody. It's for some certain people, certain hair, and yours looks amazing. So, I mean, I always really enjoyed to do the haircut.
So watch out, Joe Exotic. I'm coming for your gig.
Yeah.
So, Alex, what I need to know, well, let's find out a little more about you. So you originally, what country you're from?
I'm from Colombia.
In South America.
South America,
the country of Colombia. This great United States, we welcome people from every nation.
Yes.
We're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
But in all of America, you could have gone to Hawaii. You could have gone to Texas. How did you choose Oklahoma City?
It was my brother. My brother was the one who was coming here the first time. He invited me, and I came here just for a short trip, and then I ended up just staying. And then, I started liking it. I've been in Oklahoma for a while. I've been living in other cities in Dallas, San Francisco, Houston, and different parts. But normally I just always come back to Oklahoma City because it's nice, it's cheap, and then it's nice. I mean, the people here is really nice. So.
Yes, the people of Oklahoma are indeed very friendly, and that's one of the things I like too. What do you like to eat most here in Oklahoma?
Well, Mexican food is really good here.
Even though you're from Colombia, the Mexican food, do you have a favorite Mexican establishment?
Yeah, San Marcos will be one of my husbands. No, the one in 39 and MacArthur.
39th and MacArthur, San Marcos. So you heard it here first, Tea with Charles podcast. You got to get the Mexican food at San Marcos. according to Alex. Can you introduce yourself in Spanish for me?
Hola, mi nombre es Alex Carmina, conocido como AC Barber, y trabajo en Razor Kings hace 3 meses. Llevo siendo barbero 7 años, y es lo que me vengo dedicando desde ese tiempo.
Muy legal. Muy legal.
Yeah.
All right. How do you say you look fantastic in Spanish?
Te ves muy, pero muy, muy bien. Te ves fantástico.
Tú eres muy fantástico. Did I say it right? Did I say it?
Eres muy
Almost.
Yeah. You're like Spanish.
I gotta learn to say. Slow that down. Say that again, but slower.
Slower. Eres muy, te ves muy bien, te ves fantástico.
Okay, so your home country of Colombia, which part of Colombia did you come from?
Bogota, the capital.
Is Bogota closer to the Caribbean side or Pacific side?
Well, it has both. It's actually underneath of Panama. They have both oceans, and that's the only country in South America that has both oceans. So it's right in top of South America.
Okay, so it's right by Panama. So you could go to the Caribbean, you could go to the Pacific, you could go everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has both.
All right, so if I go to Bogota, what do I need to eat?
Oh, ajiaco.
Ajiaco?
Ajiaco, yeah.
What is that?
It's like a soup. It's a typical soup from there, like a chicken soup with potatoes, and it's really classic. It has the classic potatoes from from our country. It has also chicken and some corn. It's really good. It's really good.
What kind of spices? Do Colombians like things spicy?
No, we don't eat spicy.
Not too spicy?
No. We eat just a little bit, but not too much.
Since I am the host of the podcast, if I find somebody that I find is interesting, I can put anyone on. It's my fucking podcast.
Oops.
Leave. I could put anyone on. It's my podcast. So I just met Alex. He had a great personality. Tried out his barbershop here, Razor Kings in Yukon, Oklahoma. And I think you should come on down, try it out, get a haircut. If people mention the Tea with Charles podcast, what can they get?
I'll give them 20% off every services. Mm-hmm.
From you, right?
From me.
It's got to be AC Barber, right?
AC Barber. Mm-hmm.
You heard it here. If you come on in and mention the Tea with Charles podcast to AC Barber, 20% off. That's fantastic. You got to go to razorkings405.com. That's razorkings405.com. Book AC Barber. Get your haircut. You look fantastic. And send us off in Spanish. Say the goodbye in Spanish.
The goodbye in Spanish, okay.
Say, come everybody and try my haircut.
Bueno, para todos los que quieran venir a visitarme, estamos en la página de razorkings405.com. También pueden contactarme por mi número de teléfono, 405-931-1168. Y si mencionan que vienen, lo escucharon por este podcast, les voy a dar el 20% de descuento en mis servicios.
That's right. You heard it first here. RazorKings405.com. Book AC Barber and get 20% off.
Yes, absolutely.
Muchas gracias.
Oh, es un gusto.
Se cuida.
Gracias.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Tea with Charles podcast. Support the podcast by becoming one of the Tea with Charles Patreons or buying one of my books. Thanks for listening and tune in again next time.
Ta-ta for now.